This cylinder question is a little confusing because of all the little things going on, but the place we should start is going to be the same as any other cylinder question. Let's write down our formula, volume equals pi r squared h. And if you don't have that memorized, well, it's at the beginning of every single math section in the reference chart. So they do give this to you. You do not need to memorize it. You just need to remember that it's there. Then we can start to plug in things that we know. We do know the volume, that's 384 pi is equal to pi r squared h, and so that might help us get rid of the pi's. But the r and the h are unknown, and the way that they're presented in this question is kind of confusing. We are told the height is 3 times the diameter of its base. So the diameter is not built in here. This is kind of annoying. My recommendation is actually to guess and check here. Just try to keep track of all this stuff by using one of the answer choices one at a time. So what I would start with is choice A, because it's small, and so the radius being 4, I can test that out, okay? So I genuinely would start with choice A here just because it's a smaller number, it's easier for my brain. So what does that mean? Well, if the radius is 4, then the diameter is going to be 8, right? Because the diameter is twice the radius. And then because of what I highlighted here, the height is 3 times the diameter, so the height is going to be 24. Notice how we're kind of staying organized here. Now I would say, okay, well, let's put all of that into my equation. So the radius is 4 squared, times the height of 24. So that is 16 times 24. Check that in your calculator, and sure enough, that works out to be 384, proving that that's the answer. If we had tried choice B first, it would have been too big, so we kind of would have known to go with choice A anyway. So choices C and D would be the last things I would check. It's possible that they're right, and with the calculator we can kind of deal with the radical pretty easily, but I would try to avoid those things for as long as possible. That's a very common thing to do in the SAT. When you have to use numbers, when you have to work with an answer choice, be lazy. Pick whatever's easiest to work with. See if that works first. You might just not have to deal with the hard stuff at all.